Well, our cattle are raised on native pasture. They're born there, their mamas are there, and so they know how to forage. We don't feed them. They're never in a feedlot environment. The most intensive thing is the last few months where they go into this Bermuda grass and they learn to move without a lot of hassle with horses and equipment. They follow the truck when you blow the siren. Makes them easy to handle. And they're thrifty. They forage. They travel a long ways when they need to. They're not spoiled. Right now, it's probably 100 degrees and they're not shaded up. They'll lay around out in the sun. It doesn't seem to bother them a bit.
Our heifer sale is in September. We bring all of our female Hereford Cross heifers in off of the oat program, and then we expose them to now WAGYU bull. We'll rotate those cattle in an intensive rotation, a 2 to 3 day rotation on Bermuda grass and clown grass all summer, and feed them cake, and they learn to go through gates and come to a siren and eat cake and off the ground and become gentle. The herd will be about 700 head, give or take. So it's quite a herd moving through a gate from one paddock to the next, and it's fun to watch.
And then on sale day, the cattle stay here in the pens, and we have the auction over at the lodge. They play the videos, so we get to view the cattle in the air-conditioned comfort there. At the same time, people can watch it on Superior's website and bid on the phone or on the internet.
Even before Nunley started having the sale, I had Santa Gertrudis Hereford Cross cows here. They just caved by themselves. That's what I like about it. And when Nunley's had their first sale, I think it was the second sale that I went to, and I bought about 15 of their bred heifers, and I just turned them out and didn't even watch them or anything. We just and let them calve on their own, and we had a good calf crop out of them, and they bred right back. And I knew the Nunley Brothers' dad back in the old days when I worked in San Antonio. They're great people to do business with. Their sale is really great. It's one of the best production sales that I've been to. And I like the way they do business. I like the way they handle the cattle. I like the way they present the cattle. And I like the way they sell the Superior sells the cattle.
Mark your calendars as Bob and Richard host their upcoming One Ranch Raised Bred Heifer Sale at the Coyote Ranch. Ranchers, this offering of Santa Gertrudis-based females are developed to perform even in the toughest environments.
Our customers have taken our cattle all over the United States, and from the East Coast to way up north, and the Hereford influence, the half Hereford in the heifers lets them put on more hair and do well in cold environments. And in the Santa Gertrudis, they just do very well down in the heat in the southern parts of the states.
They say it's not work if you love what you're doing. I love what I'm doing. This is my life. It's not work. It's every day I get up and I'm excited to go and do something, and it's a new adventure.
Well, I think ranch life here at the Coyote is quite a life to live. It's definitely a lifestyle and not really a job. You know, it's what people do every day and what they live and breathe and enjoy doing.
I think working with my family, it makes me really proud because I get to see all the work that they put in to this business that they've built to be so successful. Starting with Red and then moving through to my dad and Bob. I think it makes us all proud to be part of this legacy.
We want to thank the Nunley family for showing us around their Texas ranching operation. You might be interested to know that they have excellent hunting opportunities there as well. For more information, log on to nunleybrothers.com and find out more about the upcoming annual bred heifer sale at superiorlivestock.com. That's all the time we have today. To find out more about us, visit our website, theamericanrancher.com, or connect with us on Facebook. I'm Pam Minick. For our entire American Rancher team, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
That was Superior.
Established in 1987, Superior Livestock Auction is now the largest cattle marketing network in North America. Weekly video auctions called by world champion auctioneers, along with Superior's online click-to-bid, puts thousands of qualified buyers in front of your production or commercial cattle.
My grandfather used to put them on a stock car and go to Sioux City, Iowa. Now we have it worldwide web. You can watch it on internet or TV.
That slings our loop out a whole lot further than just Texas.
Our cattle get a little further away than just Central Oregon or this Northern California country.
Our customers have a way to purchase bulls without having to physically be at the sale.
They open up a whole new world of buyers that can look at your cattle.
That network of people is so huge that creates a perfect venue.
Different people buying them, that competitive deal is kind of tough to beat.
They're seen by probably pretty much every person buying cattle in the U.S. They pretty much establish the price.
Seems like Superior is always kind of the trendsetter.
Year after year, producers across the nation trust their bottom line to Superior Livestock Auction.
We were very skeptical to begin with, but it's worked out great for us.
They have done such an extraordinary job in helping us market our program throughout the United States.
No matter the location of your operation, Superior Livestock Auction can move your cattle for top dollar.
To go through Superior, we were able to go back east with the cattle, where before we didn't have that option.
We are several $100,000 ahead of where we would be if we didn't have Superior.
That's why we've been doing it for 20 years.
We've had really good experience with them. I guess after 28 years, if we hadn't, we wouldn't be with them now.
We're building relationships you can build your business on. Call or go online to learn more about marketing your cattle the Superior way.
Coming up.
You know, working with my brother is a great thing because we think a lot alike, and sometimes we don't have to speak it, and it kind of confuses other people because we've been together every day for a long time. But it works very well, and it's the only way to go.
This is the definition of a family ranch. It is blood, sweat, and tears of every Nunley involved, wives, grandparents, aunts, uncles, everybody. It's a family ranch. And we're proud of that.
Well, it's been a good life. I mean, it's a lot of work, but it's enjoyable. It's something different every day.
Hello and welcome to The American Rancher. I'm Pam Minick. This week we're in South Texas near the Mexico border. Just outside Sanibal, Texas, the Nunley brothers manage the Coyote Ranch, a cow-calf operation that's been in the family for 8 decades. The terrain there can be rugged and harsh, but the Santa Gertrudis-based females they offer during their annual September sale are developed to thrive in that environment.
They're just great people. They run a they run a business, and cattle business, and they do it right. They just do everything right, as far as I'm concerned.
We have a family-run business. We've been here a long time, and we'll be here hopefully for a very long time. People who buy our cattle can expect to be able to buy more when they need to replace. the same cattle, same place, always.
You're watching The American Rancher. Stay with us.
Join us September 20th for the annual Nunley Brothers Ranch Raised Bred Heifer Sale. This year, the Nunleys are offering over 600 Hereford and Santa Gertrudis heifers, along with over 33-year-old Hereford and Santa Gertrudis mamas bred to low birth weight black WAGYU bulls. These bred females produce calves with a strong heterosis and outstanding performance in the pasture and the feedlot. Log on to superiorlivestock.com for more information about the Nunley Brothers September 20th sale.
Superior Livestock Auction now offers a monthly Holstein steer and dairy video auction. With the largest number of registered and active buyers in the nation, Superior Livestock Auction is your source for lightweight dairy-influenced calves. Sellers enjoy proven price discovery that pays top dollar. Buyers get access to high volume and steady supply. And everyone appreciates Superior's trusted experience in national livestock marketing. Go online at superiorlivestock.com to register and to find out more.
At 44 Farms, we believe work starts at sunup and doesn't stop until sundown. We believe in order to live off the land, you have to love and respect it. We believe that cattle aren't just raised, they're nurtured. And we believe when you do things right, with honesty and integrity, well, things like quality and consistency happen naturally. 44 Farm Steaks, responsibly raised all-natural beef.
Take control of current market conditions on Superior Livestock's weekly video auction. Register your lot load cattle by Tuesday, sell them on Thursday, putting you 2 days from money with the largest cattle marketing network in North America. Superior Livestock's weekly video auction has over 8,000 active and qualified buyers, and they're paying top dollar. Yep. Jump in. The bidding is hot. Call us or click superiorlivestock.com to learn more.
Welcome back to The American Rancher. The Nunley Brothers operation is a partnership between Bob and Richard Nunley. This is a cattle business that started decades ago by their grandfather, Red Nunley. The ranch's headquarters is located just outside Sanibal, Texas, but the ranch includes operations near Abilene, Lubbock, and even the hill country of Central Texas.
Our grandfather started as a kid in the cattle business on his own as a very young man, with ones and twos, and he developed partnerships and bought lots of steers in Mexico, took them to Kansas. Then he bought this ranch, the Coyote, here in 1941. He had worked here for Mr. Kennedy, who owned it previously, and purchased it in 1941. And he's partnered with Dolph Briscoe Sr. and then later Dolph Briscoe Jr. for a long time, and ran a large cattle operation with him. Then when my grandfather passed away, we were lucky enough to be able to continue that partnership with Governor Briscoe, and saw great benefit from his friendship and mentoring.
None of us lived down here. We had a cookhouse and a little hunting cabin. And then I think 18 years ago, my wife and our family moved down here. And I guess really we're the first ones to live on this place. We've had various leases and other ranches around, which makes it handy to have more country right next door. Use the same equipment and the same people to run it.
Well, Gramps was always putting us on a horse when Bob and I were young, and we did, he taught us a lot about riding horses, and he'd put us out in the pasture with a helper, or a babysitter, if you will, when we were young, and we'd ride out, all we'd see is trees all day long, and hear him go over in the helicopter every once in a while. But it was quite an adventure, and really early mornings and long hot days. But a lot of fun, good memories.
Well, South Texas is pretty flat, but it's known to be very brushy. And the cows hide in the brush, but it's nutritious. They do well here. Of course, obviously, like today, it gets very hot and not real cold, but we have a long growing season. Grass does well, strong grass. It's good for cows.
Ranching in South Texas is good. It's tough, and if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. So I guess the fact that we're here and entry level is pretty tough into it. It can be, I'm not sure if we're in drought more than we're in good times, but we've been in good times for a couple of summers, so you kind of forget the bad stuff. But it's all a learning experience, and it builds a lot of character.
Our base herd is Santa Gertrudis. We raise purebred Santa Gertrudis, and we cross them with Hereford to make what we're going to sell in our special sale. We also cross them with Angus, and now we're crossing some of our Santa Gertrudis with Coyote. And then these heifers will be bred, the sale heifers will be bred to WAGYU for calving ease.
We've gone with the WAGYU bulls for calving ease. Just there were a few options, and that seemed to be the best option for a surefire small calf. Very important that the customers get a live cow and a live calf. And it's not always about how great that first calf is, but that it's alive and mama's alive, and that has shown through as the most important thing.
Well, the Santa Gertrudis is developed in South Texas at the King Ranch, and it's adapted for this area. It's very heat tolerant. It covers a lot of ground, very thrifty, does well in the brush and the pear and the kind of terrain we have. And we found it works pretty good. They work pretty good everywhere.
What's noticeable about these cattle, they grow up in some really harsh South Texas environments on our places and others, and our grandfather used to burn pear for them, and they would really have to survive through some terrible droughts, and we've seen it likewise. Cattle will be out grazing in the heat of the day many times, and instead of shaded up like other cattle do, and they just have done very well in that manner. And they breed. They're good breeders even in bad conditions like that. So they get bred again and have lots of calves.
We try to stay on top of technology. I think in '91 we started using the EID, electronic identification, in a lot of our cattle. We also use that in our steers to, when we're marketing them, to certify them as hormone-free. We use it in our heifers to keep track of all their medications and all that. Of course, we have a fairly modern squeeze chute. We have a sorting alley that my grandfather designed many years ago that we can sort up to 7 ways in one pass.
But it's really handy. We can sort cattle up to 7 different ways, which usually ends up being a mess if you try that many different sets, but it's very handy where cattle can run through one time and get put where you want them to without having to be sorted through gates and what have you multiple times. And it's easier on the cattle, easier on the men. And that's kind of what we're about. With the pens and everything we do with our cattle is about being gentle and easy on them and the people too. We used to work our cattle with helicopters. My grandfather went from huge crews of mounted cowboys to cowboys and helicopter to all helicopter, and we are now back to 0 helicopters, and we use cake wagon and a siren and lots of fencing and just try to outsmart them sometimes.
We're all cow-calf. We run our yearlings on some farmland, our home-raised yearlings, and we sell them in the spring, usually on Superior, as yearlings, 8 weights, more or less. just what they normally weigh. We have a 3-month calving season. Everywhere we have cows, we rotate them. We have a high-intensity rotational system. Some of it's in paddocks, cells, and some of it's just the pastures that were on the ranch. And predominantly gather and work them with a siren and a sack of cake. Very few cowboys. Some cowboys in the Panhandle in West Texas. Four-wheelers here in South Texas.
The Nunley operation is a family-run business and has been since Red Nunley acquired the Coyote Ranch over 8 decades ago. It's very important for Red's grandsons, Bob and Richard, to continue that family tradition. So their children, Chloe, Sarah, and Caroline, are all active in the operation.
So growing up, you know, my dad pushed me to go out and do something that is non-ranch related, to get experience elsewhere and bring it back to the ranch in an effort to broaden the horizons. I don't think my dad and uncle will ever hang up the reins. It's one of those things that ranching you never retire from, you're always a part of it. Taking over the ranch with myself and my 2 cousins, we're prepared to take it over or one day.
That's an exciting and daunting idea, I think, being in charge. But I think I'm looking forward to it and looking forward to working with Caroline and Chloe. And I'm excited to get to voice my own opinions, but also very aware that, you know, I'm coming back after some time off, and so it's time for me to be kind of the bottom of the totem pole again. Well, I think that businesses are very similar, kind of no matter what they are. I was actually focused in the hotel business, and it's funny to me how similar the ranching business and the hotel business is. Very managerial type role, and you get to see and work with a lot of people and make your customers happy.
I think that since I was raised here, moving to a city for college was a pretty big shock for me, but as much as I love Fort Worth, there's nothing that can really replace the life that we have here. Being incorporated into the business has, I think, given me so much more life experience than I ever could have imagined. My dad has done a really good job of keeping my sister and I and Chloe involved in everything like day-to-day operations and just daily activities that I feel like I've been really lucky and blessed to have the life that I have.
It's really important that it's family, because we do it the way we want to and don't rely on someone else to run the business for us, and it's good to be involved every day. It's good to have the kids involved. They're growing up and their opinions are important and matter, and we can see the future developing there.
Raising cattle is a family tradition for the Nunley brothers, and today the large cow-calf operation continues to thrive all across the Lone Star State. You're watching The American Rancher. Stay with us.
Join us September 20th for the annual Nunley Brothers Ranch Raised Bred Heifer Sale. This year, the Nunleys are offering over 600 Hereford and Santa Gertrudis heifers, along with over 33-year-old Hereford and Santa Gertrudis mamas bred to low birth weight black WAGYU bulls. These bred females produce calves with a strong heterosis and outstanding performance in the pasture and the feedlot. Log on to superiorlivestock.com for more information about the Nunley Brothers September 20th sale.
When your cattle are stressed, they're not eating, they're not gaining, and they're certainly not healthy or comfortable. VitaCharge, from the makers of VitaFirm, protects and helps livestock recover from the effects of stress. Use it at weaning, shipping, receiving, or any time your livestock will encounter stress, as a proactive measure to increase appetite and promote health and performance. VitaCharge, protect and recover. To learn more, visit vitafirm.com.
Superior Livestock Auction connects producers to buyers across the U.S. through the largest cattle merchandising network in North America.
They're seen by probably pretty much every person buying cattle in the U.S. They pretty much establish the price.
Our customers have a way to purchase bulls without having to physically be at the sale. Because our sale's the second Saturday in February, you never know what the weather might be in the Texas Panhandle.
In 2017, we sold nearly 1.5 million head for top dollar.
When you watch a Superior sale, it seems like that they do bring a premium.
We are several $100,000 ahead of where we would be if we didn't have Superior.
They have done such an extraordinary job in helping us market our program throughout the United States.
Your paycheck is Superior's #1 priority, which is why more producers trust Superior. Call us or go online to learn how to sell your cattle the Superior way.